Time to find out what we're reading. Alright guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm Zach with Zacks Books and welcome back to Zocktober. Today I have got with me
Danielle from Danielle's Books.
Also my wife. She is my wife and
my wife.
my wife. We just had a anniversary, so we've been kind of upheld with filming some stuff lately, so we're going to try and get through this. I've been having a bit of a mouth issue. I've got I don't know what the heck it is. I either bit the inside of my mouth or I've got some kind of pimple down here, so it's very exciting and very fun. But we're going to talk about what we are currently reading. I have got 3 books and she is reading dos, and kind of just talk about them and tell you our thoughts and opinions so far. Whether or not we're going to finish them, we're going to finish them. Yeah.
But also, this is the first video you're filming since
I hit 4,000 subscribers. I was going to get to that. That's a complete lie. I wasn't going to.
No, you weren't.
I was about to just sign us off and get into the books, but yeah, I forgot about that. So I guess we're together as a channel. So as Zacks Books, we have hit 4,000 subscribers. Thank you so much. It means a lot, and it actually, literally because of Zocktober, it boosted up so much. We're going to do a giveaway. We're going to have details at the end. Danielle's going to talk about some stuff. I'm going to talk about some stuff, and yeah, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and now we can talk about our books. Alright, so first up, I'm going to go, because I've got 3 books, you've got 2, and the first one I'm going to talk about is Autumn Crow by Cameron Chaney. If you
Short story collection.
It's Halloween collections. Obviously, it's Halloween season. Duh. This is Cameron's kind of everything is following in this town called Autumn Crow. It's a bunch of different stories within the town. They're not connecting. They don't connect within each other. Yeah, this person's from this story. This person's from this story. It all just kind of is different. But they're all different townsfolk of Autumn Crow. He's currently writing a sequel.
I don't know if it's a sequel necessarily. I think
not
it's just
a direct
set
sequel.
in the town.
Yeah, I think it's it's Autumn Crow something Hell High or something like that. It's like a high school thing,
yeah,
I think.
And you've been keeping track of your ratings.
Yeah, so I've got, let's see, I've read 4, and there is, I think, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There's 8 of them. Nope, technically 7. The 8th one is another short story that doesn't revolve around Autumn Crow. So I'm a little under halfway done. Follow Me In, I gave 4 stars. That one was, this was about an old man and his wife passed away, and it was kind of a sad story. The next 2 have been my favorites. Pumpkin Light, I gave that 4 stars too. It's about this little girl, and basically she meets a witch, and it's a really cool story, and it comes full circle in the entire story. It's a really solid one. Then the favorite one that I've read so far is Burnt Brownies. So this one is really eerie. So this is about a little kid who wants to go trick-or-treating. His older sister is telling him no, because she's trying to throw a party. Her boyfriend's a bit of an oaf, and basically he sees this ghost fireman, and the fireman ghost is trying to get with his sister, and a lot of weird crap happens. But it was a very solid story, and I really enjoyed it. I gave that one 5 stars. So got 4 more to go. Frost, Saving Face, No Mouth, and Crip TV. I believe that's what that is.
Nice.
So, Cameron, I'm really enjoying the stuff if you are happening to watch this video. But it's a very solid collection so far, and I really do enjoy it. So, there you have Autumn Crow by Cameron Chaney. And what book are you reading?
Okay,
what's one of the ones?
So, yeah, I'm in the middle of 2 books right now. I'm reading The Grin in the Dark, which is a Spine Shivers book. It looks like there might be 4 of them in the Spine Shivers series. And this one was kind of a cover buy, we got a gift card for our anniversary, and this just fit into like the last like, I don't know, $7 or $8 or whatever. So I wanted to get it. The cover was super cool. And so this is like just about 100 pages. It's a middle grade clown story. Basically I'm only 30 pages in, so I can't say too much about it. But this guy, he goes to, as far as I know, he is babysitting his cousins, and he starts hearing like creepy noises in the house and like seeing shadows, and it doesn't end up being the kids. And also his aunt is like obsessed with clowns. Like they used to have a ton of like clown decor, like literally the house was just covered in clowns. And all the clowns have been put away, but he found some like real like lifelike looking clown. I don't know. Like I said, I'm not too far into this, but I'm gonna keep reading it. And yeah, reads pretty middle grade. Like it is a middle grade, and you can tell. But you know, it's creepy enough, and yeah. So that's first book I'm currently reading.
Spooky season indeed.
Yeah, and the cover is super cool.
Well, yeah, I mean that clown face is just like eerie to look at.
Yeah. What's your next?
Next up is the one. Well, it's the one I'm most up to date with reading. Those Across the River by Christopher Buehlman.
That's how I would say it.
That's how we're going to say it. Christopher Buehlman, Those Across the River. This book, so I don't think I've ever read a werewolf book before. I really don't think I have. I might have, though. I don't remember.
I haven't.
If you've watched every single video of mine and I've talked about a werewolf book, let me know in the comments, because I do not remember. But this book, basically you're following a couple. They move into this town, and the guy's trying to write a book. He's an old war, I think it was a Vietnam veteran. And he gets flashbacks every now and again, and it's, you know, really weird. The town is very off. I want to say, the Great War.
How far are you?
I am on page 240, chapter 26. I've only got that much left to read.
Nice.
I know it's kind of hard to see, but
It like 2 hours left.
no, I think I'm down to like an hour and some change.
Nice.
But this is a very good book. We're following Frank. That's the gentleman's name we're following. And basically what kind of happens in this is I want to say it's every night. I can't remember off the top of my head because they stopped, like up to the point I'm reading, they like had a town vote and they stopped doing it. But they would send like a plethora of pigs into the woods. And basically it's kind of like a sacrifice type thing. And then the town voted like, yeah, no, let's stop doing this. And like basically like it has been backlashing completely. Townsfolk are just getting killed. I can't like say too much with this book. It is quite enjoyable. It took a little bit to get going, like when it's like first in the town. You're meeting all the characters. There's a couple of good characters. The sheriff was really cool. I say was because he like left town. He didn't like die. But
You liking it?
oh yeah, I'm enjoying it now. It took a little while for it to get going, but now that it's going, I'm enjoying it. The guy's wife is like, I guess now wife. I thought they were married, but I guess they weren't. They got married and they were going to leave, and I just got to the part where they were ambushed and attacked. So it's very intriguing, and I think some weird stuff's about to start happening with the wife. I mean, it's a pure theory that's like literally clear as daylight, or a full moon, I should say. Oh, shut up now. Yeah, it was very intriguing to hear what happened, and I'm excited to keep going with it. So,
Nice.
there you have Those Across the River by Christopher Buehlman, and here is her next book.
Alright, so the second book that I'm currently in the middle of, or I guess the other one, is Carrie by Stephen King. So, I am only 23 pages into this book. This is my first Stephen King book ever that I've read, and
I bullied her into it, guys.
no, you didn't. I wanted to read. This is our buddy read.
That's right. I forgot.
October.
I forgot that I read this like literally like a week
Yeah,
ago.
you just read it not that long ago. And I will say I was a little confused at the start. I'm only, like I said, only 22 pages into this. I went into this book knowing nothing. The only thing I knew about was prom. Something about prom, and that was all that I knew about this. And so, starting the book, it was just a lot of period talk. And I literally asked Zach, I was like, do we talk about periods this whole book? Because if so, I don't know if I'm into it. And he said, what did you say?
So,
do you want to give a blurb?
I basically avoided the question and decided to just give her the whole synopsis of the book. Basically, we're following the life of a girl who's in high school. Her name is Carrie White. She was brought up by her mother, who is like very religious. Does not really like bad religious. Like she like forces Carrie to go into like this praying type room, where it's literally just a dark room with this figure of Jesus, and it's like creepy.
Yeah, I got those vibes.
So basically what happens is she gets her period, and like she's had telekinetic powers before, but since her period happened, like it gets like stronger. So get ready for a lot more of that. But basically she gets bullied at school because she's like weird. She's an oddball person, and it's mainly because of the way she was brought up by her mother. Her mother didn't teach her anything about periods. She refused to teach her anything about boys. Like
when she got her period at school, she didn't even know that she got her period.
Yeah, no, she thought she was like bleeding, she was like
dying.
Death. Oh yeah, and the girls were throwing like tampons at her, and like.
Then she got like sent home from school just because the one teacher. Which, okay, I'm physically reading this right now, and like, how do you say that teacher's name? Like, Desjardins? Like, I don't know. I have to keep reading her name over and over again, and I'm like, why couldn't we have just chosen like an easier last name? But anyway, that's...
Well, next time I talk to Steve, I'll ask him.
that's not like deterring me from the book, but I'm just like, come on, man.
Just call her.
Steve.
Just call
what
her.
Up?
Just call her gym teacher.
Okay, fine.
But basically, that's the main premise, and she goes to prom night, despite her mother basically complaining that she should not. And
don't give anything away.
Yeah, no, a lot of. I mean, if you've seen the movie, if you've read the book, I mean, obviously you know what happens. But if you have not, I would definitely say, Danielle was having a hard time trying to pick which way to start with Stephen King. I told her to read it. I basically suggested to her either start with a Bachman like I did, or just start at the beginning.
Well, yeah. I liked that this one was shorter. So.
Well, yeah, it's a nice short read. I started mine with The Long Walk. Technically The Green Mile in high school, but I'm like not counting that because I didn't remember it back then.
I will say The Long Walk is another one that I'm interested in reading.
Because it's not like super like horror. So like if you want like horror, then like anything like 90s, 80s, 70s King, like probably going to be good for you unless it's like deemed a thriller. But anything in the 2000s and newer, it's like
I also want to read The Shining and Dr. Sleep too, because I've seen both of those movies from front to back. I know the whole thing about the Shining movie. Whatever, we're not getting into it. It's your video, and we're not getting into it. At least I'm not. So
fight me.
But anyway, Carrie.
Yeah, there you have Carrie. So I mean.
Oh, and this is the Halloween edition of it. So I had to choose that edition. So
yeah, there's 8 of them, and I've got Misery sitting on my finish shelf because I reread that one. So that'll be a video coming out when I finally finish the other frickin' Stephen King book I'm planning to read this month. But that's not what I'm currently reading as my third book. I haven't even started it. My third book I am currently reading... Jeez, what page am I even on? There's no numbers. It's a graphic novel, so I have no idea. The Walking Dead, Compendium 1.
This will probably take a while.
So, yeah, this is going to take me a fat minute.
You'll see this on Goodreads in the currently reading section for a while.
I have no idea what page I'm on. There's no page numbers in this thing, which I
Haven't
guess...
you technically read, like, volume 1?
I have
or not yet?
I honestly don't know.
All right.
There's so much with this. It's just so big. It's just it's a beefy book. Like,
So basically, if you like the show, you'll like this.
Well, yeah. So it's basically, so far, I have gotten to Rick finding his family again. Shane is being sketchy, because that's just like what happens in the show. Jake. Who the hell's Jake? Shane and Lori.
I haven't seen the show.
Her name's Lori. And basically, like, they're a thing because they all thought that Rick was dead. And, like, all of a sudden Rick shows up and, like, things are starting to get awkward within the group. And, that's pretty much where I'm at. The groups are about to split up. The guys are about to go hunt. The women are about to do laundry. And the kids are just kind of playing. So, I'm very excited to see what happens with this. I know there are a lot of differences within this and the TV show. Daryl isn't even a character in this, but he's like one of the big main people that's in the show. And honestly, he's like my favorite character besides Negan, but Negan is in this. So
Nice.
I'm very excited to eventually get to him. I've got a long way to go before I get to him. I don't even know if Negan's in Compendium 1, honestly. If you've read the series and you have the compendiums, let me know if Negan is in this, so I know what I have to look forward to. That or don't tell me, and then I'll just read it. I don't know. But anyway,
that's what I'm currently reading.
I'm very, very still early into this, and I've just kind of put it on the side for right now, just because I have. Leave me alone. Yeah. These are the three most recent, the Walking Dead Compendium 1, the other book that I'm most recently reading. That'll put me at these three as the ones I am most currently reading, along with Danielle's 2 there. So,
Giveaway?
I really want to read it, man. It's just so long.
You're almost done with this, and then you can.
I know, it's just such a long book. Alright, well, it's going to happen anyway. Those are what we're currently reading. Danielle's got 2, I've got 3. And, now let's discuss the giveaway.
Because the battery's dying, so we gotta pick it up here, babe.
Yeah, the battery's about to die. I need to stop talking here. So, the giveaway basically is going to be a...
box of bookish swag.
Yeah, we're going to call it swag. But yeah, it's going to have all sorts of different like things in it. There's going to be books, stickers,
bookmarks, gift card.
Yeah, we're going to have a gift card in there too.
There's technically a shirt. Not technically, there is. Yeah, so it's a whole box. It's really cool. We've been picking out stickers, books, horror books, thriller books that either one of us have read, mainly Zach because it's his giveaway.
Probably be a couple of King books
and
too.
It's open internationally.
Yeah, that's the other thing too. It's an international thing.
So everyone can enter.
So anyone, everyone.
What are the rules?
Even the penguins in Antarctica. Basically,
Keep talking.
basically the parameters are going to be: you need to be subscribed to my channel. You need to be subscribed to Danielle's channel.
And you need to comment on this video, the book that you're currently reading, and also say that you've entered.
Yeah, basically that's.
So we know that you are commenting that because you want to be entered into the giveaway.
Also
just put it in the same comments so we can keep track.
Yeah, you don't have to make them separate comments. Just like put like entered, blah, blah, blah. Those are
extra entries if you follow both of our Instagrams, right? Bookstagrams.
Yeah, if you follow both of our Bookstagrams, state that you do, and then
each extra entry counts. Bookstagram, and then.
But it's not like unlimited entries. I mean, it's basically like 2 or 3 is what you can get. So.
Yeah.
But yeah, make sure you're subscribed to both of us. Check out both of our Bookstagrams, all that stuff down below. I don't know what of these we can link down below, but we'll do our best.
I think I can link all of them.
We might not get the same covers, but we'll try. We'll link what we can down below. Don't forget to check out the Goodreads. We got Pango Books, Danielle's channel, because otherwise how else are you going to win? And podcast, Pango Books. I feel like I already said that.
We're going to be listing more soon. So
yes, we do have a couple more things.
We have an entire tote of books to list.
Yes, we do. We got a large tote, and there are some rarity items in there too. So
yay!
Maybe we'll put them in the giveaway. No, that's not going to happen. All right. So again, let us know in the comments if you're going to be entered. Again, you got to be following both of our Instagrams and subscribe to both of our channels if you want extra entries. Otherwise, if you just want one, Just subscribe to both of us. So, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And we'll see you guys in tomorrow's episode of Zocktober.
Bye.
Later.